Hi, I'm Anna Waugh, and I have spent the last 6 years as an English high school teacher, mainly teaching English 2. But I did also teach a research based, project based course that lasted the entire year. So they picked a project and they spent the whole year working on little increments of it. And they displayed their final project at an exhibition in the spring. That was through the IB Middle Years program. And then I took a year and taught English 1 to a group of very excited freshmen, where that was double blocked for a reading class and an English class. So I had them for 45 minutes. They took a break. When the bell rang, they came back and they had more class, mainly because they were so far behind that they needed an extra English section. So I was able to really teach a love of reading and literacy with that group of freshmen, since I had them for 2 blocks. Then I went back to teaching English 2 in an IB program at Woodrow Wilson High School. And then this past year, I also took on being a co-coordinator of the extended essay, which is the final essay research paper for the IB diploma. And they complete that over the course of a year and a half, and then they turn it in and they have to pass it in order to get their IB diploma in the summer. So that's a big undertaking that I was really excited to work with. So my love of learning in general and inquiry has led me to pursue librarianship. I've also fought a censorship battle at a previous district and kind of came out on top of that and was able to convince people how wrong censorship was and how to encourage people to value intellectual freedom. And through my coursework at TWU, which I'll finish in the spring, has really encouraged me to make sure that my passion for learning and discovery is clear in every lesson. It's not just about the content. It's not just about getting the right answer. That it is about the process of learning and that journey through the questions, through the struggles, to find the right source, to find the right person, to find the right answer, and to make sure that we're fully comprehending not just the assignment, but how that assignment applies to the greater world and us within it. So that's a little bit about me. So with my background teaching high school, I feel most comfortable being a librarian at a high school or a middle school, just because I've taught those students and I'm kind of used to some of the struggles of getting them interested in the content or the lesson, just because some students don't enjoy learning by that age, unfortunately. So kind of hooking them and selling them on what we're going to do that day. However, my girlfriend has an 8-year-old. Well, he's now 9, but he's pretty wonderful, and having spent this past year really getting to know him, and actually, funny enough, we were quarantined together because they were visiting me during my spring break. Spending the last 2 months helping him with his lessons and his resources for his lessons and teaching him, in addition to teaching my English classes, has been quite a thrill. And a lot of my coursework this past semester focused on elementary lessons and practices. So if an elementary school is willing to take me on, I really do think my energy and my passion would lead me to be successful there, just because those students usually really want to learn and they have a lot of excitement, and you just have to harness that to make sure that they're learning to the best of their ability, because it's a lot of energy at that age, and I've really come to enjoy it. Granted, it's been one-on-one, but I think it'd be a lot of fun. So why Mesquite ISD? I have a lot of friends who I worked in the trenches with and Teach for America many years ago, who have ended up at Mesquite ISD and simply love it. They feel like they get regular professional development. They feel valued. When they started, there was a mentor program, and they were able to acclimate very quickly to the school's culture, which of course helped them in the classroom as well. And I actually was fortunate enough a couple summers ago to teach English summer school at West Mesquite High School, and I was just amazed by the energy that these teachers were bringing. They were very welcoming of me and a few other teachers that came from other districts to help out that summer. Summer school can kind of be hit or miss because teachers can be really burnt out at that point or just kind of like over it. But these teachers were ready to dive in and create active lessons to get these students who are behind, to get them where they need to be. And I was able to bring a lot to the table, and they taught me a lot as well. And I just really thought, this is a fantastic district that's got great people, and I want to be a part of it one day. So my object that represents me as a librarian is the Harry Potter sorting hat. What's interesting about this hat is that you put it on your head and it kind of reads you and figures out where you best belong, which are the 4 houses it's going to put you in based on personality and your wits and all of that. But what's great about it is that sometimes it does struggle to find the right fit for that student. And it's like that with resources and teaching as well. Sometimes we struggle to reach a student, or we struggle to find the right hook for a lesson. But through thinking about it and through problem solving, we find the right answer. And so does the sorting hat. It always makes the right decision, even though it might make a couple sly remarks and, oh, you're tough, you're thinking about this, and then it sorts you in the right house. So that's the object that best suits me. So the success of a library program is really about collaboration and working with the principal's goals that he set to make sure that you're aligning the library's goals with that. If there are certain contents you need to focus on, maybe you're focusing on STEM, maybe you're focusing on STAR subjects or AP subjects that fall or that spring, making sure that those goals align. I think it's also about data and not just saying that you're having programs or your circulation is up, but that you are offering surveys and you're meeting with parents, you're seeing how productive those programs are, how productive a lesson is. So after collaborating with the teacher or a team, meet with them, debrief about the lesson, debrief about a project, look at the final product. Is that what you expected? If it wasn't, how can we improve that in the next project that we work on together? If it's having a presentation for parents during Meet the Teacher Night, do those parents understand what the library has for them as parents and what the library can offer their students as learners? Because if we're not reaching out and making an impact with community members, with parents and students and teachers and leadership, then we're not doing our job. And so I really think collaboration is going to help you set those goals, and then tracking it with traditional data and then with some survey data to make sure, students aren't just checking out a book during reading class and returning it. Are they actually reading it? Are they rating the book? And then can we get that online so students can see, hey, this book has 5 stars by 30 students the past couple of weeks. We really need to see, if there's another book like this for that student who's a struggling reader so that he can continue to read books that he likes. So I'm all about finding better ways to track data and help and allow that to help us establish future goals and future projects.